But you know what is a part of the behavior? You saying your mama black.
The fuck are you talking about? The fuck are you talking about?
When in that bullshit, and what's the first thing to come out of their mouth? Shame, insults, guilt, that need to be right. Sign language. Accountability is kryptonite to modern women. Ma'am, you say the traumas? If I accept them, then you gotta do something about it.
Gotcha. Gotcha. Damn.
Because what about the traumas that the black man has to deal with?
Since you got your degree and you know every fucking thing.
But we still have to get out here and be functioning people in society, contributing. You don't get to walk around and say, have a special victim status.
I'm not saying we should have a special victim status, but our circumstance is different. We are women.
I beg your pardon?
Is your circumstance harder or easier than your grandmother and your great-grandmother?
Exponentially easier. We have access to information we didn't have.
Exponentially easier, but you're handling it worse.
And I started thinking to myself, man, what did he do to make them niggas that mad? Tell the truth.
Your grandmother, your great-grandmother actually could work with a black man with more trauma.
Because they understood that the black woman and the black man are on the same side.
You're not the only one who's got wants and needs, but I held on to your joy. I took all my wants and needs and dreams, and I buried them inside you. I planted a seed and watched and prayed over. I planted myself inside you and waited to bloom. It didn't take me no 18 years to realize the soil was hard and rocky and it was never gonna bloom. But I held on to you, Troy. You was my husband. I owed you everything I had, every part of me I could find to give you, because that's the only way I was gonna survive as your wife.
Now that we are all free and independent and we could do whatever we want to, why would we seek to, be one with the black man? We even think that being...
Thank you. Clip it, slice it, put it on World Star. She said it, not me. Now that you're independent, there you go, black man. There it is. She's finally got one to say it. Grandmothers and your great-grandmothers had more trauma and more stress and did it better. They have exponentially less and they're handling it worse. But it's because they're free and can do what the hell they want to. They'll need to be with you. So you don't need to feel any guilt for taking care of you, for putting yourself first and making your passion, your purpose, your priority. You don't need to feel guilty because this 24-year-old woman just said it. They don't feel any guilt about it. Thank you.
And this is the thing that I've been trying out,
Black American society is faced with a real choice here.
Mm-hmm.
And that choice is this. Do we want to continue to exist? And do we want to continue to exist in a manner that our forebears recognized in the 30s, 40s, 50s, and 60s? That's an open question.
Do we want to continue to exist as a unique people group?
Yeah.
Even with me telling men that still want to date foundational Black American women, the days of going back and forth with women should be over.
Yeah.
Should be personally outside of podcasting. None of y'all should be dealing with that in your real lives. There's too many women that are single. In the next 20 years, the concept of the Black community in America is going to be nothing as a concept, as a distinct people group. The ladies, that if you don't wake up in real time and realize the white female supremacists that are led by Marxist ideology that's anti-everything, that's needed for you to function culturally with your people, with your community. They functionally move and act like white supremacists, and those are your allies. And if you keep aligning yourself with them and using their talking points and having this adversarial relationship with all Black men that don't just agree with you on every single talking point, the scariest thing, ladies, is going to be 5 to 10 years from now, when most men that look like you, if only the ones that are married will be nice to you. And all the others will be looking elsewhere. And it's like the building's on fire. I'm screaming it's on fire. And you got women inside the building talking about, I don't like your tone, man. He asked them, ladies, do you feel like you're in competition with the women around you, like with other women? And each one of them said no. And I'm like, you can't be last in every relational demographic question in terms of marriages and divorce rates, highest rates of single parents household, demonizing the men that date out, demonizing the men that vote differently than you, trying to shame, guilt trip, and control the men that try to speak out or challenge you with anything. Y'all gotta realize if you don't get the warning now, there's going to be an era where your views and opinions truly will be irrelevant.
Because women know when a man is
Whatever, motherfucker!
And the scariest part, if you're worried about a gender war, imagine when there is no war because the men stop showing up to the battlefield.
Why am I in electrician school? And that's effectively what women are. You guys all want to be plumbers, but you're at electrician school. Doesn't make sense. If you want to find a man and get a family, why are you doing things counterproductive to that?
That's why the number one tool in a Batwoman's tool belt is shame.
Yep.
They will try to shame you because they will realize they don't have what it is you seek.
Many of you are going to have to come to grips with the fact that you've been marketed to, you've been lied to, the women before you have lied to you, media has lied to you. You cannot have it all. Life is about choices and trade-offs. And as a woman, the most accurate predictor of what you're going to be able to get, acquire, and maintain in the sexual marketplace is your sexual marketplace value. That's fit, feminine, friendly, cooperative, submissive. That's how you look. That's how you carry yourself. And the thing is, you will attract far more men. But the men who keep women, the men who wife women, the men who make lives with women are looking for women who are assets. And they're not looking for women who want a man to get on her program.
So they will say, you a weak nigga for not wanting to be with a woman with kids.
Ooh, tell her.
Yeah, they will shame you. The number one tool in their belt, even when they come up with this whole look energy. This is the stupidest thing. Now you got stank energy. How about that? you got, think about it. If my dick gotta be that big, how big is it?
Yeah.
You never ask these women these questions because they shame you out of having.
With common sense, people. This is what we miss. Everybody don't have common sense. We speak of it, but common is just not so common. I swear to God, like I'm everything I love. Common is not just so common, man. You know.
Stay off the drugs.
Common sense thoughts. That's how they got rid of common sense.
Yes.
Shame the individual out of having a common sense thought. So now you got old bitch saying these men need to date women age appropriate. That's another shame they had.
Yep.
Well, hold on. When you were in your 20s and your was perky and they no longer, when they weren't at your damn navel, you were with a man with money and you had access to what, as you said.
Oh, yeah.
You was in the casino, you had all your chips.
Yep.
And instead of cashing out, you was like, let's spin it again.
Let's do it again.
And now that your chips is low, you trying to tell everybody else how they should act towards you with a couple of chips. You wondering why your table ain't as full as it was when you had all them chips on the table.
Right.
Men aren't stupid. We understand. When my chips was high, the table was full of people who wanted my attention.
Yeah.
When we lost all our chips, we know exactly why there's nobody sitting there but us, a bottle of Jack, and our head down saying, please, please let this number hit.
I can't believe it, Jesus. I can't believe it, Jesus.
And so what your recommendation would be like for my girlfriends in that category would be
Buy a dog alone.